With me here I have
Sarah. I am a travel consultant, a documenter at Tech Globe Tours and Travel. Yes.
On to the next.
My name is Mwesh, aka Mwema.
The company diva mwenyewe.
Company diva.
Yeah.
You had it right. I'm a travel consultant, and I can do anything with traveling. Call me that.
Yeah, sure. My name is Bruce. I'm a visa expert. I deal with much more like international travels, something like that. So whenever you have any international travel queries, kindly DM us over here at Tech Globe. Well, we shall continue on with the frequently asked questions based on like our expertise, what every client of ours always asks us. Okay, right. On to the first question.
What type of visas do Tech Globe handle?
So actually we handle different types of visas depending on the client's demands. We normally have different subclasses of visas. We have visit visas, we have medical visas, we have study visas, as well as work visas. You see, so based on like whatever the client wants us to tackle, it may fall in between. For the visit visa, we normally have different subclasses. For the visit visas, either we can handle for you like a tourist visa, a business conference visa, that is when you want to go attend a business conference visa, and also invitation visa, also sports medical visa, sports visa, something like that. They normally have different categories of visas. For the study visa, definitely that means like when you want to go and seek higher levels of education. For the medical visas, mostly we do have clients who want to seek medical visas in terms like medical treatment, something like that. And one of the countries that do normally have most frequently asked medical visas is India, because of their expertise in terms of like their medical practitioners. And also for the study visas, it's basically structured in within your academic requirements, something like that. Yeah.
How long does it take to process visit visa?
So depends with the country. For Europe, normally it takes 15 days. For Canada, the grace period is 3 months, and also part of UK normally takes 15 days, and also for countries like US, this normally doesn't take days, depends on the day you go for your interview. Yeah, so normally it depends on countries. Every country has its own grace period.
Yeah.
For the case of Tech Globe, what's the shortest period that you've gotten a Canada visa?
2 days.
Okay.
Yeah, doesn't have to go up to 3 months for Canada. Depends because it's systems, how they pick you. You can go for 2 days, someone can take a week, someone can even go for 3 months. Depends. Yeah.
What are the most common requirements for visa application generally? Yeah.
So yeah, there are a couple of documents that you must have. There are documents that it's a must that you have. So we start by your birth certificate. The first document is a passport. You must have a passport, a birth certificate to show that you are a resident of the country that you are applying from, an ID, KRA PIN, good conduct. So that is the client information part. So finances, you must have a bank account that has a good amount of money, like that supports your stay to the country that you're going. Assets, for example, maybe your logbook or title deeds or SACCO savings, yeah, things like that. So, and also it depends if you're visiting. For tourism, you must have an itinerary, which now become in like an agency, like for example, Tech Globe Tours and Travel will help you with creating a very good itinerary because you must have one. So if it's a visit, if it's an invitation from the person you're going to visit, you must have things like their passport to show that they are residents there and you're going to visit them. You must have their address and phone number. Yeah, so those are the key things that you're supposed to know that you must have when applying a visit visa.
What's the
Just to
importance
clarify on
of-
something, for the requirements, it depends on the type of visa that you apply. You see, for the visit visa, you'll have to travel on a short-term basis. That means you have to prove like you are in a position to come back to your country, regardless of you visiting the other country that you want to travel to. You get, like in terms of visit visa, I normally categorize this into like 5 documents. In terms of like you have to provide your documents in terms of like academic documents to show like you are at least well learned, you are not illiterate. That's the first thing. Your employment documents to show at least like there's something engaging you back over in the country, so that when you are gone, you are entitled to come back. You see, and as well as also like you have to prove like you have some family ties in terms of like maybe kama ukona your parents, your siblings, if either you are married, something like that. You see, on to the fourth one, you also have to prove like you can be able to finance your
Yes,
purpose of visit. You see, and that majorly narrows down into your financial aspect in terms of like your bank statement, as well as also the asset that you have. And for some Schengen countries, they will require you to have a travel insurance to cater for your days of travel. If in case something happens, the insurance will be liable. Okay, something like that. And also for some countries, let me say for example like Canada, they'll need to have a view of like either the travel history that you have within your passport. You see, something like that, to show at least like the consular like you have been able to travel from point A to point B outside your country, and you know how it goes when you're traveling. That is basically for visit visa. For the study visas, definitely we have to be inclined in terms of like your academic documents. So for study visa, you have to have original academic documents. If you have fake documents, definitely you might stand a chance to reach onto the final part, but you will not be able to travel because you are going for study visas. Okay, if it's the business conference, your employer or maybe your business should be able to show like he or she is supporting your intention to travel to maybe attend the given conference that goes in a line in terms of like your career or maybe the business you're doing, something like that. If it's basically work, you have to show like the contract agreement within the host country that is inviting you for the work visas. You see, something like that. So each and every visa category has different requirements because they all take like different structural documentations. You see, something like that. Yeah.
I had a question for Sarah. What does travel itinerary support in my travel?
In your travel, it this goes to, it affects only the people who go for tourism. So if you're going to any country and you want to tour, you must have an itinerary. Let's say you're traveling for like 7 days. Why Tech Globe Tours and Travel helps you is to try and explain to the consular what are you going to do from the first day till the last day that you're coming back. Yeah, you must have a plan. You're not just because you know you're going to travel, you know you're going for tourism purposes. Of course, you've done your research to the country that you're going to. Yeah,
The tourist sites.
yes, you know the tourist sites. So we help you with the tourist sites and plan your days accordingly. So that's why it's very, very important. So it only affects the tourism people who are going to tour.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I apply for a visa if my passport is about to expire?
Okay, make sure that your passport has at least 6 months before it expires. Yeah.
Okay. Do I need to book a flight and hotel before applying for my visa?
No, so what we always do, so when you come to visit us, we offer free consultation, and we will tell you that the things that really matter when doing an application, you must have an hotel and hold a flight, not book a flight. Because you cannot book a flight and you don't have a visit visa. It's getting not even a visit visa, any type of visa. We really don't guarantee 100% getting a visa, but we will do the best documentation that is available. That is what we offer. But in your application, you must have a hotel, holding a hotel, not even booking, and holding a flight. So that is where most clients get difficulty, like really wanachanganikiwa sana. Unaona, wanachanganikiwa sana, hawajui kama either they will book, and booking a flight is very expensive depending on the country that you're going to. Yeah. If it's abroad, you can't get a flight that is less than like 150,000 depending on the season. Yes, so what we do as a company, as Tech Globe Tours and Travel, we just hold to support your documentation.
What's the difference between booking and holding?
Booking and holding is when you hold a flight, for example, you don't pay for it. They have that option that says that you can pay for it later. When reserving it, it's just reservation. Yes.
Yeah.
So now when you get now the visa, you
the actual flight and hotel. You make the reservations now.
Yeah.
Do you offer visa appeal services if I'm denied a visa?
Well, actually, different countries have different methods like evaluating your visa process. Like, let me say, for instance, Canada. Like, let me say, if the feedback comes out negative, they'll offer you the refusal letter, stating your reasons for the refusal. If either it's financial aspects or either it's the family ties, whatever the case, you see, something like that. So if in case we are appealing or maybe doing a reapplication, we'll focus on the reasons for the refusal. You see, like most of the Schengen countries, they will give you a reasons for the refusal.
Most of them, all countries are
exceptional of, let me say, for instance, USA, because for USA, your approval depends on like how you tackle the interview, consular interview questions, stuff like that. You see, and they will give you a pink letter, show like maybe we have denied you in this case and this case. You can be able to do your appeal within the stipulated time, either within 1 month or whatever the case. Different countries have different times of you appealing for the visa outcome, depending on like your refusal, something like that. Yeah.
I can add something. Different countries, some they accept appeals and some do not accept appeals. For instance, in Canada, you cannot appeal. If you get a refusal, denial, you'll have to do a new application. For countries like UK, there's no room for appeal. For some countries in Europe, there are some which give you a room for appealing, and there are some that don't give you a room for appealing. Appealing means you don't accept that you are not satisfied why these people have denied you the visa. So you need to confirm to them, they gave you reasons for denial. You need to assure them, mulininyima mkaniambia sina family ties, that was the reason of denial. But I have kids, I have marriage, nimeolewa na niko na familia. You can appeal using that information. So you attach the documents that you feel like were left out. It's not like doing a new application. It's like just appealing. You're not satisfied. Now you want to know why I'm appealing because I feel like you denied me a visa and I had this document that you say that I don't have. Yeah.
Do you offer travel insurance?
Yes, we do. We do offer travel insurance, but travel insurance only affects some countries, like Europe countries. You must have a travel insurance, and travel insurance is very important because it covers you for the days that you're traveling, for the days that you're not going to be in your country, because anything can happen to you, and you must have an
You can
insurance.
lose your luggage.
Yes, you can lose your luggage, you can get even into an accident,
Yeah.
anything. So that's why you really, most countries, when doing application, like they really, that is one of the requirements that you should have, having a travel insurance.
Most of the Schengen.
Yes,
Yeah.
most of the Schengen countries.
Europe countries.
Can you guarantee that my visa will be approved?
No, we
No.
don't give 100% assurance. What we can do for you, we'll offer you the best services, the best paperwork, documentation, but you have to know there's someone who is looking at your work, the consular now. They decide whether you are eligible or not. So we don't give 100% assurance.
But based on our expertise, because narrowing down to like the requirements that you previously asked us, failure to provide the given requirement will tell you like you're deemed to get a refusal because of this and this. Maybe to find out to pay family ties. No. Chakwambia, you are at a risk of getting a denial because you don't have proper family ties tying you back to your country. See, something like that. Yeah.
Can I get a multiple entry visa through your services?
Yes, you can.
For example, which country?
Most countries, they offer you multiple entry. Canada gives you multiple entry because their visa is valid for 10 years. Also for UK, they give you multiple, but it depends. If it's study, it's multiple, but if it's tourism, you find like UK can limit you. Also for some Europe countries, they can give you a multiple depending on what are you going to do there, or a single entry. Also depends, do you want multiple or do you want a single? Because they always ask you, do you want a single visa? Single visit, entry or multiple entry?
Also, those two things, multiple entry and single entry, they vary. They have two different prices. In every country, single entry is always cheaper than multiple entry, because multiple entry, what really it means, you can be able, even after you have visited the country that you're going and you've come back, you can be able to go back again.
As long as the visa is valid.
Yes, as long as the visa is valid. But for a single entry, as you've gone to the country that you've desired to go, yes, when you come back to your own country, you have to do another application for you to go back. Yes.
Can you help me prepare for a visa interview?
Yeah, so that depends on the type of country that you're applying to, because some countries that we do apply to, most of the Schengen countries will offer you a chance to do the interview. Because normally for our clients, let me say for Schengen countries, because we do the documentation and you have to present your documentation at the given point of where you apply for the biometrics. And normally I insist on like when you are presenting your documents physically, you need at least to have a rough idea of whatever is taking place in your documentation, regardless of whether they are going to do the interview or not. You see, like for instance, in Canada, even within their like immigration policies and portals, they don't normally do the interview. But I would prefer to give my client or maybe the traveler a brief of how we have structured his or her papers or the documentation. For countries like maybe US, you are entitled to go for a consular interview because you have to express yourself like, why are you really traveling to this country? Because that is what determines your success of like getting the visa. something like that.
So guys, thank you for today. Thank you for joining us. Please make sure you like, subscribe, and share, and comment. And least but not last, we are located in View Park Tower, CBD. Yes.
Along Waterley Street. Our contacts will be over there. Kindly get in touch with us so that we can offer you the best services in terms of travel, and get in touch with us. Please.
Welcome to Taglobe Tours and Travel. Anytime, any day, we are ready to serve you. You're all welcome. Till next time.
The number one trusted agency.
Yeah.
Yeah.